Feature Friday.
The freshest.
Well, actually, that's a perfect segue into what I've been dying to ask you. Vocal discipline and your vocal health. What are your go-to tips and go-to things that you must do before performing or and after? There's, warm-ups and cool downs.
Well, with my voice, I guess yeah, it's very important that you have to have your rituals. Of course, the vocalization is always important. You have to warm up, especially if I have to do like a 2 hour concert alone or 2 to 3 hours. Yeah, so it's very tiring. You don't just warm up your voice, but you also have to warm up your entire body, your mindset, everything. And I think when you're a performer, I think everything's all about the mind as well, because sometimes your mind is more powerful than your body. Sometimes you say that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're gonna say that. Okay, even if I haven't had that enough sleep last night, but then my mind says you can do it, then I can finish the entire show. So it's a matter of mindset, and I guess with my personal rituals, I try to get a lot of sleep. I try to eat healthy, and especially if I'm preparing for a tour or a major concert, you really have to have tip top shape, because it's not easy. It's not easy to be on stage, maintaining that certain level of energy vocally and physically, and you also have to entertain people. So yeah, so basically that's how it is. If you're tired, get some rest. Don't push yourself. That's one thing I learned the hard way, because I'm a yes person. I always say, okay, yes, go. Okay, yes. Jed, can you sing here? Can you perform here? Yes, okay. And then one day I just I burnt out. I lost my voice. I had acute laryngitis. That was the worst. And I lost my voice for 3 months.
Oh,
3 months of no talking, no singing.
Oh,
And
God.
I got so scared. So because of that, it was a big wake up call for me that, Jed, you're not Superman. You have to rest. You have to rest. And you have to learn how to say no. So since, that happened to me, I learned how to pace myself. You really have to learn how to pace yourself.
Yeah. And that's important too. I find that understanding, the extent of what physically you're able to do is also really important. And I kind of relate to that push yourself always mentality too, because I trained in musical theater here in London, and they inculcate that really early on in the course, right? It's 4 years of hardcore training, but really early on, they're like, if you don't push, if you don't try to outdo everybody else around you, you're gonna get left behind.
Yeah,
Nobody's gonna
kick you
hire
out.
you. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
nobody's
true.
gonna hire you. And so that mentality of do more, do better, be better, push yourself, and you're constantly competing with your own mind, with
Just like
yourself.
do as many
Yeah.
auditions as you physically possibly can.
It's
Go
like-
to as many.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ridiculous.
meet as many people as you can, sing as many bops and bars and everything as you can, and then it comes to a point like it happened to you, physical injury, and then you're out for 3 years, and that to me was that was my wake up call. It was like, yeah, okay, fair enough. I'll take a break.
Yeah, that's true. Well, yeah, that's what I always advise aspiring singers. Yeah, it's good that you connect, you build your social circle, and of course your reputation as a performer. But sometimes
understand your limits too.
yeah, you have to know your limits. You have to know your boundaries. And when your body says that slow down, you have to listen to your body. Especially especially when you're in the business for quite some time now. Sometimes we forget that we're getting old. Like I would even sometimes perform on stage, and I would ask myself, I used to sing this song without any effort, but now how come it's so difficult?
Yeah.
So sometimes I forget that I'm also aging, I'm also getting old. So you also have to consider that as well, and you have to accept the fact that that's life. That's life.